Hey, this is Come Flying to the Sky. I am making this video as a response to a viewer who viewed one of my videos and one of the questions they had left in the comment section. I know I need a new microphone. This one's really small and it doesn't work very good, but I haven't been able to find a good mic. Anyway, so the question that they had asked was a very good question, and it is one that I ask myself quite often. Is, how does a loving God allow such suffering in the world? And it doesn't make sense. You look around and you see so much suffering, and you think, how could he let that happen? Especially to the innocent. And I believe that a lot of the suffering in the world comes from the original sin, the selfish choices that the first man and the first woman made at the beginning of creation. God gave us all something that was very beautiful, and that was a free will. He didn't make us serve him. He didn't make us choose him and choose to love him. But he let us have that choice. And when the first man and the first woman, they chose to act selfishly and disobey God, it brought a lot of consequences into the world through that choice. And a lot of the suffering, say infirmities, diseases, just a lot of calamities had come through that initial choice into the human race. Now, I think a lot of suffering also comes because people don't, say, follow the commands of God. Now, I know a lot of people think, God has so many rules, and, I don't want to be under those rules. But a lot of the things that God states are actually for our benefit and for the benefit of others. Say, for example, he says, you should not commit adultery. Now, if your spouse, runs off and cheats on you, that causes so much pain and broken hearts and broken families that, I really believe that if we follow that command, to love selflessly, and, be faithful to the spouse, that there'd be so much less pain, and it's such a common thing. Another example of what God commands is to give to the poor. Now, a lot of us in the wealthier countries, we use that free will selfishly again, and we don't distribute our wealth. And a lot of the poverty in the world could be solved, at least a large majority of it. And a lot of children wouldn't be hungry and dying in these countries that are so poverty stricken if we would give as God commands us to give. And there are so many other commands in the Bible like that. Thou shalt not murder. How much less murder would there be if nobody murdered, right? And that would be a lot less pain for the person and the families it affects. It doesn't just affect the one person who dies, it affects a whole bunch of people. And it doesn't seem fair, but God, in his love for us, he still gave us that free will, even though some of us, all of us, use that selfishly at times, and some at a very damaging cost to other people. Well, thanks for watching, and if you have any more comments on this subject, or maybe you can answer this question a little bit differently than I have, feel free to comment in the comments section below. Okay, thanks. God bless.